around for photos if you, yeah, do it.
Does anyone else think that the tube looks different at night? It's way less busy, obviously, not anywhere near so manic. There's nobody throwing themselves down the platform and then hurling themselves through doors that are already 90% closed, just to spend the next 40 minutes with their face in a stranger's armpit, getting to work 5 minutes earlier. Of course, it might just look a bit different down here today. I come through at this kind of time a lot after work, but I've been slightly further afield today. My grand's funeral. Dementia. I've been visiting her a lot since I moved to London. It's a bit closer than where I was in Somerset. I mostly just read to her, a new book every time. I could have just gone through the old one over and over, but that felt like it would be a bit rude. I've been spending a lot of my time off heading up and down to Oxford to see her, but I guess that time's a little bit empty now. Kind of like the platform. I mean, honestly, there aren't that many people down here at all at this kind of time, which is fine by me because all of the people rushing to their big important meetings just made me feel inadequate. And plus, it's nice to not be crammed in like sardines. There's no perverts looking down your top over your shoulder. Or at least if there is, you can move away. No, I'm kidding. Most of those guys have already set their sights elsewhere by this kind of time. They're already in a nightclub queue, hoping to snag some poor girl with low self-esteem for a quick shag. Hopefully it's not one of those girls though. I see them, or a group just like them, here most weekends on their way home from work. I mean, hell, I am in a group just like them when I'm out with my friends. Outfits on point, heels too high, makeup that already needs a little bit of a touch-up. I wonder which one of them did a tactical chunder at Freeze. Oh, don't look at me like that. One of them definitely did. Those girls though, they are a world away from the guy at the other end of the platform. I see him here most nights too. Suit and tie, briefcase, probably a banker or something. Trendy haircut to make himself feel like he is still young and he hasn't yet sold his soul to the corporate devil entirely. Worth it though, for financial security and a mortgage in 5 years. Meanwhile, I'm barely making rent with my waitressing job and I have no idea what I want to do with my life. That all too short life. But you know what's super weird to me is that all of us on this platform right now are probably the same age or thereabouts. And maybe that girl, currently throwing it into a bin, maybe she has it all together in her daylight hours. Maybe the banker cries himself to sleep every night. I wouldn't know. What I do know is that I don't feel like I've got anything together. When does all start making sense, right? Because I already feel like I'm running out of time and I've barely even started. It's like I've got to get going and make decisions and fall in love and settle down and find out where the good schools are. How do you even do that? Because life can be over so fast. I want a life of meaning, like my grand's. When my uncle gave the eulogy today, I found out that Gran used to work in humanitarian aid all over the world, and I had no idea. I think I want to do something like that, so that when I die and they tell my life story, there is more to it than minimum wage and binge drinking. What the fuck even is 23? So tonight is the first night off that I've had in ages. And it's the first time that my friends friends have managed to make it down to London since I moved here, so we are going big. I mean, who cares if it's a Thursday, right? Because we've been drinking since 5:01, and Heather is a pusher. So at least 3 of us aren't going to remember this tomorrow, and one of them might be me. Which honestly is fine, because like with the funeral and everything that's been going on in my head for the last few weeks, I'm kind of happy to just lose a few hours. So when she's wasted, Heather gets loud. And by loud, I mean like One Direction at the top of her lungs loud. And I'm like, who didn't have a crush on Niall when they were younger, right? I mean, Niall, Harry, Louis. So I chucked Gary the busker a few quid on the way past because he joins in, and I swear to God, I love that guy. He's always playing music that matches my vibe. It's like he's a psychic or something. But we are belting out Live While We're Young at the top of our lungs, and everyone around us is very sensibly giving us a very wide berth. But then I look down the platform and I see Mr. Suit and Tie trying to blend into the wall with all of his energy. But nobody can hide from me. So I sashay over with my greatest Beyonce strut and I say, "Hey there, Mr. Suit and Tie. Is it okay if I call you that because I don't know your real name?" And he says, I guess. "I'm Lexie. I'm pleased to finally meet you." "Oh, that sounded weird, didn't it?" "I'm not stalking you, I promise. I see you here a lot and you always look so mysterious. So I thought I'd come say hi. Because people don't just say hi anymore, do they? We just pass by each other like ships in the night, like right now. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I hope you're okay." He seemed surprised. I don't understand why. Well, I look at you and you look so stern, like a statue. And who knows what's going on under that statue coating. So, I hope you're okay. And if you're not, that's okay too, because I'm not okay either. Just kidding. I'm gonna go now. Bye. And then by the time I get back over to my friends, Gabby has found a puddle to sit in, Sarah's on her phone, and Heather's already losing her voice, so it's clearly going to be a good night. We board the train, and all thoughts of suits and ties are completely forgotten.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
I am never drinking again. Oh, I think I'm only alive because Marie, who works in the coffee shop, took one look at me and stuck an extra shot of espresso in. Last night is starting to come back in bits and pieces. We hit the club relatively early and we were having a good time, but then Gabby had too much to drink, so Sarah took her home and it was just me and Heather for a while, and then we ran into some of the guys from work and the drinks were flowing. Zach started working at the restaurant a few months ago and the banter's always been a little bit more than friendly, if you catch my drift. I never wanted to take it any further though, because my one rule is that I don't shit where I eat. Until last night, apparently. I am still not entirely certain how it happened, but when I woke up this morning, I was in his bed. God, I just feel so stupid. Like, regret doesn't even begin to cover it. Sure, alright, he was fit and the sex was good, but I don't think I even really like him. I think it was just a bit of an ego boost. I can't believe that I have to see him at work next week. I could ask to switch shifts, but that is very obvious and very embarrassing. Why do I ever think that these things will make me feel better? Oh God, how do I get myself into these situations? And Heather, shit, I don't even know if Heather got home okay last night. I am a terrible friend. It's the first time that the girls are together in, what, a year? And what do? I jump into bed with the first boy who will buy me a drink. God, I'm the worst. I just want to go home and have a shower. Oh my God. Because I went up and I told him, yeah, okay. Seems like today can get worse. Hi. The tension is palpable. I mean, he doesn't look angry, but I am hating myself more and more with every passing second. I just wanted to say I am really sorry about last night. Honestly, it's fine. I was really drunk. He says he guessed that. I wonder how bad I smell right now. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for whatever it was that I said, and thank you for being so nice about this. It's okay. You were actually very present last night. Well, that's something, I guess. I'm Lexie, by the way. Yeah, you told me. Yeah, that tracks. Honestly, why am I allowed to be around people? Is it too late to just quit the city forever? I'm Aaron. Does not matter. I will be avoiding him for the rest of my life anyway. Okay, well, nice to meet you. I will let you get on with your day now. Bye. I just want to go home and get under my duvet and stay there for a good 10 days. The worst part is you can definitely tell that I hadn't been home yet. Tube of shame, if you will. Which I won't. I sound ridiculous. God, why was he even here? It is barely 7 a.m. Well, that was the worst shift of my life. I saw Zach at work a few days ago for the first time that our shifts have crossed over since, you know, and we had a quick chat on our break, agreed to, you know, not mention it, keep it to ourselves, draw a line under it, whatever. But clearly that was a load of bullshit, because I went in today and I could just tell that he told the rest of the guys. I walked in and they were standing around the bar ready to open up, and he just started staring at me with that fucking smirk on their faces. And then for the whole shift there was just this weird energy in the air. Like nobody said anything, and clear enough I could prove it, but it was all there. A snigger when I said I was tired, a raised eyebrow when I was making a cocktail, because putting Porn Star Martini on special offer. Just the things. But it really got under my skin. Especially because it's coming from people that I kind of thought were my friends, but I guess not. My manager was proper off with me too. I mean, I would rather he paid me a little bit less attention as a general rule. He's the kind of guy who always just has to squeeze past. You know what I mean? But today he was just really short with me. Really cutting. Like I was the one who'd done something wrong. I don't know what to do. I never want to go back there ever again. But I can't afford to quit. I hate that job. I hate Zach, I hate my manager, I hate the whole bloody lot of them. And I just want to go home. And as I think things can't possibly get any worse, I feel someone's eyes on me. Well, let them stare, I don't fucking care anymore, but then the eyes speak. Excuse me, it's Aaron, Mr. Suit and Tie. Lexie, right? That's right. Are you okay? That seems like a slightly stupid question, but he seems to mean well, so I just say yes. Are you sure? What happened to Londoners avoiding each other at all costs? Yeah. Fine, but thanks for checking. Look, I don't want to push it. I normally wouldn't even come over, but people who are okay don't usually cry on tube platforms. Oh wow! Thanks. I didn't mean to. Now, I feel bad. No, it's fine. You didn't. Sarcasm is just my default. I am fine though, really. Just a rough shift at work after a few bad weeks. I get that. I doubt it. Look, I don't want to be creepy and sure you don't want a strange man walking you home, but if there is anything I can do, my number's on here. There might not be anything at all, but you can give me a ring if there is. Okay, thanks. You're a good guy, Aaron, as much as I really haven't been giving off a great first impression. I'm not judging. Anyway, I hope you feel better now, and I do mean it. You can call. Thanks. What do I do now? That was really nice, but what the hell just happened? Should I have asked him to walk me home? No. Don't be stupid, Lexie is still a strange man, and even though this does feel like rock bottom, getting murdered would still suck. Was he hitting on me? I mean, everyone else around me was very sensibly staying far away. Maybe he's crazy. Whatever. I am too tired and too sad to try and figure that one out now, so I think I just want to get a pizza on my way home and try and forget this whole day.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
By the time I've woken up the next morning, the pizza has made the world feel slightly less rubbish. Carbs truly are the solution to everything. As I'm doing my hair, I notice where I've left Aaron's card on the table, and I figure that he was so nice last night that I kind of got nothing to lose. So I give him a ring and we arrange to meet for coffee at my usual spot, where Marie works. So we're sat there and we have exchanged pleasantries, and we're moving on to small talk when he says, so what kind of coffee is this? Which is a great question, and it's one that I don't really have an answer for, so I just deflect. Well, you should know. You ordered it. Which is of course hilarious, but not quite what you meant. Is this friendship coffee, romantic coffee, making up for the drunken chats and crying coffee? Well, mostly the last one, but I'm open to the others. Who do I think I am? Way too vulnerable. I'll see myself out. Right, well, I don't think I'm ready for romantic coffee just yet. You seem perfectly nice. Interesting conclusion based on our experiences so far. But I just got out of a long relationship, and yes, who ended it? Oh, that's him. Look who's oversharing now. Oh, no, not at all. I mean, we've all been there. I haven't ever actually been in a real relationship, but Nobody needs to know that right now. So, stay there for a little while, keeping things nice and shallow. He tells me about his work in finance. I was totally right. And he said that he thought I worked in events or like in a gallery or something, but yeah, right. Though I do kind of like the idea of a more high-powered Lexie, you know, someone with a bit of get up and go. But then after a while, it comes the question that I was hoping wouldn't come. So you don't have to tell me. Oh, no. It's really none of my business. Please just stop talking. But was there a reason you were crying the other night? Oh, no, it's just had a rough shift at work, and it was kind of the final straw, you know. Well, look, it wasn't a lie. I know, I should have been honest and open because he was, but I just couldn't face up to telling him how tragic my life feels right now. Plus, it was nice to just talk to someone, you know? We didn't stay very long after that. Busy city people. Well, he is, and I didn't correct him when he assumed I had places to be. But as we're about to leave, he says, look, I have these tickets for a gig that I got before, you know, and no pressure, but I wouldn't want them to go to waste if you want to join me. Yeah, sure. At least it'll give me a valid reason to switch shifts and avoid you know who. Great. Well then I'll call you. Sounds good. Marie is on to me the second that he leaves, demanding to know every single detail. I do tell her that it was not a date. Somehow I don't think she believes me.